It is another day. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you guys. Trust your day is going on as planned. Trust everything is working out for you. And I trust you're winning today. Please, as you join us, kindly let us know where you're joining from. Kindly share this live, please. Because we're going to have an amazing session today. We're going to have great talks. We're going to look at something that affects us all. I do believe it will resonate with you. And please, as it resonates with you, kindly share it with somebody else. Thank you so much once again for the support. Let's double down into what we want to talk about. For the past few days, I've been talking about what you're exposed to. I've been talking about exposure, right? And I've said that your life goes in the direction of what you're exposed to. We've agreed to that fact. But yesterday we were talking about the different kind of environments that could be. So we did say that we talked about 5 types of environment yesterday, but today I'm going to double down on a single one. Your digital environment. And we say that's a big part of us right now because a lot of people go around with chaos in their pocket and pray to God for a peaceful life. At night they pray, they go to church, they go to mosques, wherever they go to, and pray for a peaceful life. But in their pocket, they go around with chaos. Real-time chaos. That's what they go around with. That's why we want to look into this and say, how can we make some changes? So I titled this talk, Your Phone Field is Training Your Mind. Your phone feed is training your mind. So friends, today I'd like to talk about this thing because a lot of people carry it with them everywhere. Your phone. More specifically, your phone feed. That's where the focus is. Not just the big phone itself or the complete utilization of the phone, but your phone feed. The feed from social media platforms. Because whether you know it or not, friends, whether you like it or not, your phone feed is training your mind. Doubting. Hello. Whether you know it or not, Mohammed, thanks for joining. Whether you like it or not, your phone feed is training your mind. Hello, Rakesh. How you doing? I need you to hear that very well. Your phone feed is training what you think about. It's training how you feel. It's training what you compare yourself with or what you compare yourself against. Your phone feed is training what you fear, what you normalize, what you call normal. Your phone feed is training what you crave, the food you crave, the things you crave. Your phone feed is training what you expect. So expectation is being affected. Your phone feed is also training what you believe is possible. So your belief is also not spared. And some of you are trying to build peace. You're trying to live a great life. But you have a phone feed that is full of chaos. If I go through your phone, what we'll see is chaos, but you're trying to live a great life. Some of you are trying to build confidence with a phone feed that is full of comparison. You're comparing yourself to every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the internet. That is not going to work. Some of you are trying to build focus with a phone feed that is full of distraction. Some of you are trying to heal with a phone feed that keeps reopening the wounds. Then you wonder and say, Matt, why is my mind so noisy? Why can't I focus? Why do I feel behind? Why do I feel anxious for no reason? No, I'm not. Kel, I'm not a rapper. Why do I feel anxious for no reason? Friends, sometimes it is not for no reason, okay? Your phone feed is an environment. Yesterday we talked about the different types of environment. We said one of the environment you're exposed to is your digital environment, and you're exposed to that environment through the agency of your phone. Your phone feed is an environment. An environment trains people. Whether you like it or not, friends, environment train people. Environment form people. Environment model people. Whether you like it or not, it's not a case of Matt, I don't believe, whether you believe or not. Whether you believe or not, it is going to happen, it's going to happen. Because that's how the world works. There is this thing called the law of cause and effect. Environment will train you whether you like it or not. And one of the biggest environments we have today is our digital environment, our phones. So tonight we're going to talk about how your phone feeds shape your emotions, your identity, your attention. Why random scrolling becomes mental programming. Random scrolling becomes mental programming. Why many people are not lazy, but they are digitally overstimulated. And how to build or how to rebuild a feed that will serve your future instead of sabotaging your future. Friends, if this resonates with you, please kindly share this live so that we have more people join. Kindly share it. Thank you so much. Like it. Subscribe to our channel so that you hear more of this. I want to start by saying this truth. Your feed is not neutral. Your phone feed is not neutral. I want you to hear that your feed is not neutral. It may look like entertainment to you. It may look like just scrolling, right? I'm just whiling time. It may seem harmless because it happens in small moments. But your feed is shaping your mind in the background. Your feed is shaping your mind in the background. Every post you read is an input into your mind. Every clip is an input. Every headline is an input. Every comment section is an input. Every repeated theme is an input. Hey, Sadamsk, what do you believe? Every repeated input becomes mental atmosphere. Every repeated input becomes mental atmosphere. Friends, this is why you wake up feeling okay, and 20 minutes later, you're anxious, you're behind, you're irritated, you're distracted, you're emotionally heavy, you're mentally scattered. Nothing happened in your real life. Nothing. Hello, Connor. But a lot happened in your feed, in your phone. You consume other people's highlights. You consume bad news. You consume outrage. You consume arguments. You consume comparison triggers. You consume fear. You consume noise. Then you expect to feel centered. You expect to feel okay. You expect to feel collected. No. Don't deceive yourself. I've always said it on my channel, what we get is truth, intentionality, nothing else. There's no entertainment here. If you want to play music, you want to do some other stuff, go somewhere else. I'm going to tell you the truth as it is. You consume all this stuff and you think you're going to feel okay? You think you're going to live a stable life? No, if somebody is telling you that, that is delusion. What you repeatedly expose your mind to will shape your mental and emotional baseline. I'll take that line again. What you repeatedly expose your mind to will shape your mental and your emotional baseline. See, that is why your feed matters. Your phone feed matters. It's not because phones are evil. I use a phone. It is because unguarded exposure is expensive. Unguarded exposure is expensive. Your feed is teaching your mind what to focus on. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, that is not a factor. It will happen, it will happen. So it's better you control it than let it happen. Let your mind run haywire. Let me tell you about a woman, Kayla. Kayla kept saying, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just feel off. I can't stay focused. I feel behind all the time. I start my day tired mentally. She thought she was losing motivation, right? But when she described her mornings, a pattern shows up. She woke up and immediately she grabs her phone. Then she scrolled. Within minutes, she had consumed other people doing better than her, bad news from everywhere, argument in comment sections, random clips that don't build you, that imbibes fear into you, marketing pressure from everybody that wants to sell to you, unrealistic lifestyles from people that are showing you highlight reels, drama she wasn't part of, but she's now thinking about it. Before she even spoke to herself in the morning, the world has already entered her mind. That is programming, my friend. That is mental programming. See, that line is for somebody else tonight. That is for somebody else tonight. Before you set your intention, your feed is setting your emotional tone. Kayla wasn't broken. She was overexposed. That's overexposure. She made one powerful change, friends. She made one powerful change. Hello, Inf Battery. How you doing? She stopped letting the feed speak first. Hello, Unknown. How you doing? No phone for the first hour when she wakes up. No scrolling before grounding herself. No random input before intention. And within weeks, she said, I feel like I got my mind back. See, that's what happens when you stop feeding your brain chaos before your brain wakes up in the morning. Friends, some of you don't need more motivation. I always say that on this channel. You need a different money input. Let's go a little bit deeper here. How exactly does your feed train your mind? You might want to ask me, because I get a lot of people that says so many stuff on the comment section. They're like, hey Matt, how will you say my phone can start training my mind, my feeds can start training my mind? It trains your attention span. It trains your attention span. Short clips, quick cuts, endless novelty. Your brain gets used to constant stimulation. Then when it's time to read, when it's time to pray, when it's time to work, when it's time to think or build, your mind resists stillness because your mind is used to novelty. You're now used to short clips. You're now used to reels, so you can't even think for a long time. Friends, have you thought about it? Because of exposure to reels, because of exposure to short clips, you can't even watch a video for 1 hour. You can't listen to motivation talk for 1 hour. You can't even listen to this kind of channel for 30 minutes. Because you're used to novelty. Your mind has been rewired by your phone. You can't even read your book for 1 hour. You're reading, you're jumping. You're reading, you're jumping. You don't know where you're getting those from. Those are traits that you're picking from the phone without you knowing. Your feed that trained you, your phone feed that trained you to switch every few seconds. You can't even think deeply. When you talk, people say you're too shallow. Where do you think you're getting those from? See, the phone trains your emotional baseline. If your phone feed is full of outrage, is full of fear, is full of negativity, your body starts living on alert. Your body starts living on the edge. You start seeing everybody as being suspicious. You start seeing everybody as being suspicious. If your feed is full of comparison, you start feeling behind even when you're progressing. When you're doing well, when you're living a great life, you start feeling behind. Why? Your mental faculty, your emotional baseline has been trained by your phone to always think you're behind because of comparison. If your feed is full of shallow entertainment all day, serious work starts feeling heavy. Real work starts feeling heavy. Your phone also trains your identity. Your feed tells you what is normal now, what is worth attention, what success looks like, what beauty looks like, what matters, what gets rewarded. If you're not intentional, you start shaping your life around someone else's values. In this day of Instagram reels, in this day of fake people on the internet, you start shaping your life, following somebody's pattern that is not real. Where did you get that from? From your phone. Your phone trains your expectations. Your phone feed trains your expectation. Social media compresses time, you know. I always say that social media compresses time. You see outcome without process. Because if somebody posts on social media, it's not going to post the work it does behind. It posts the result. You see that and you compare the result with your own work. You see wins without the years behind it. You're only seeing the fruit, you're not seeing the work. Then you start comparing yourself. So what is happening to your mind? Expectations is being, your mind is being trained, it's being rewired. You're seeing results without repetition. And you say, Matt, I don't believe the process. Because these guys I see on social media, they get the result they want. Who told you that's all they did? They showed you what they want you to see. See, your phone trains your cravings. Your phone, your feed trains your cravings. What you consume repeatedly, you begin to desire. If you feed your mind noise, you crave stimulation. If you feed your mind depth, you crave clarity. Friends, your feed is not just showing you content. It is training your mind what to become comfortable with. It is turning you into what they want you to see. Let me tell you about somebody, Andre. Andre was working hard. He had responsibilities. He was making progress, slowly but honestly. Oh, this AC, 1 second. Andre was making progress, slowly but honestly. But every night, he felt discouraged. He couldn't explain why. His life wasn't perfect, but he was moving. He was making strides. Then one day, he noticed a pattern. He always felt worse after scrolling, after going through the internet. Why? Because his feed was full of comparison triggers. People showing wins, people showing money, people showing cars, people showing trips, vacation, showing the perfect body, chiseled body, business successes, perfect routines, perfect relationship, perfect everything. Now hear me, friends. There's nothing wrong with seeing people win, all right? I love to see my friends win. I love to see you win. The reason why I'm on YouTube is to make sure that there is more stability for people, is to give an alternative content to people that want to win. I love that. But if your field is built on comparison, you won't be inspired, you'll be drained. If every day you go to the internet, what you look out for is who is doing better, who is buying a new car, who is building a new house, who is traveling to Miami, you will be drained. You will be drained. Andre wasn't learning from what he saw. He was measuring himself against it. So you see your friend just bought a car. You start thinking, what about me? Why is my life like this? You see your friend just bought a house. You start thinking, why is my life like this? You start comparing yourself against that. It's going to drain you. But the dangerous part is this. Comparison, it doesn't just steal your joy. It rewrites your self-worth. Comparison rewrites your self-worth. He started feeling like he was behind. His work didn't matter. His pace wasn't enough. His life wasn't impressive. Now, none of that came from his real progress, you know. It came from his repeated exposure. He's exposing himself to a phone feed that is full of comparison. What did he do? He changed his feeds. His feed. Not because he was weak, but because he was wise. He unfollowed what triggered unhealthy comparison. He unfollowed them on the internet. He followed more truth. He followed more process. He followed more learning. He followed more grounded voices. He reduced night scrolling. He stopped ending the day in somebody else's highlight reel. And you know what? Peace started returning. Friends, some of you are losing your peace in private through a feed you call normal, through a phone in your hand that is giving you a feed that you call normal. Your feed should not be the place where your confidence goes to die. Your phone should not be the burial ground of your confidence. No. Your phone should inspire you. In the digital environment, in the digital atmosphere, your feed becomes your inner voice. Yesterday, I talked about the inner voice. See, I need to slow this down because this part is very important. What you see repeatedly on your feed, what you see repeatedly on your phone, doesn't stay on your screen. It starts talking inside your head. It starts talking in your mind. It starts telling you the art of the possible or the art of the impossible in your mind. A fear-heavy feed becomes a fearful inner voice. If your feed is full of fear, you're going to have an inner voice that talks fear. A comparison-heavy feed becomes a critical inner voice. If what you do every day is compare yourself to other people on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever it is, you're going to have criticism in your head. A negative feed becomes a negative internal atmosphere. A distracted feed becomes a restless mind. An angry feed becomes a reactive tone. What are you getting yourself exposed to, my friend? Your feed becomes your inner voice over time. That is why some of you can't even tell where certain things come from. You can't tell how you are behaving the way you're behaving. Because you've consumed them so often, you've watched them so often on social media that they now feel like your own. You can replay it without you even knowing. And I'm telling you these things, friends. Whether you agree or not, it is happening. Whether you believe it or not, it is happening. You start saying things like, I'm behind. I'm not enough. Everybody is winning except me. The world is terrible. There is no point trying. I will never get there. Question. Did that come from truth? Or did that come from repeated digital exposure? Did that come from truth? Or that came from your phone feeds? This is why you must audit what you watch. You must audit your feeds. You must audit your phone. Not just for productivity alone. It's also for identity. You see a lot of people, they are confused today. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they are. They can't really tell you what they are. Where did most of them get that from? Their phones. Exposure to different stuff. You don't just do this for productivity. You do this for peace of mind, for emotional health, for clarity. For clarity. Because see, if you let your feed train your mind carelessly, it will program you with fear. It will program you with noise. It will program you with insecurity by default. Whatever is left to itself tends to reign. That is the law of entropy. Your feed is not just content, it's atmosphere. What you scroll through is not just content, it is your digital environment. What you watch, what you listen is not just content, it is your digital life. Because whatever you're doing, whatever you putting your time and your energy on will definitely wire your life. There was a creator, Micah. Micah had talent. Micah had a message, but he kept getting stuck. He would wake up with ideas and then he would start scrolling the internet. An hour later, he's discouraged because he's seeing other creators that are doing better than him. He's distracted, he's comparing himself. He's second-guessing his voice, he's second-guessing his ideas, second-guessing his message. Then he will say, I don't feel creative today. But the truth is, his creativity was being buried under input. He was consuming so much before creating that by the time he sat down to make something, his mind was crowded with everybody else's voice but his own. See, there's a word for someone this afternoon. You cannot hear your own voice clearly if your mind is full of everybody's voice. You cannot. Micah made a rule: create before consume. Before checking social media, he will write, he will record, he will plan, he will build, he will think. Then everything changed. His content got stronger, his confidence got clearer, his message got clearer. Why? Because he stopped letting his feed train his mind first thing every day. Friends, if you're a creator, if you are a leader, if you are a builder, if you're a parent or a visionary, you need to hear this. Do not let the algorithm speak to you before your purpose does. Do not let Facebook be your first teacher before your purpose does. Do not let the internet, do not let social media tell you what to do before your purpose does. Let your purpose guide you. Let your purpose make you make plans. Don't let people's voice ruin your own voice or silence your own voice. Let's get a little bit practical here, friends. How do you know your phone feed is training your mind in the wrong direction? Because somebody asked that question yesterday. He said, Matt, how do you know your phone, you're being trained in the wrong direction? Number one, you feel worse after scrolling. After scrolling the internet, you feel worse than you were before you started. You don't feel informed, you don't feel inspired, but you feel worse. Number two, you start your day reactive. Your mood changes before you even decide your day. Number three, you can't focus for long. Your mind keeps reaching for stimulation. You have attention span issues. You're now used to short reels, nothing deep. Number four, you feel behind all the time. Even when you're making progress, even when you're winning, you're still feeling behind. Number five, your inner voice sounds more negative than positive. More pressure, more comparison, more urgency coming from your inner voice. Number six, you consume more than you create. You are watching life more than building life. Number seven, you struggle to be present in real life. Conversation feels harder. Stillness feels uncomfortable. You keep reaching for your phone. Family, if any of these signs eats you, don't feel ashamed. If you know this channel, we're not here to shame anybody. We're here for growth. We're here for direction. If you are any of these I just talked about, wake up. Wake up. Awareness, they say, is power. Now you know. You can change your life by changing your phone's feed. You can change your reading. You can change what gets access to your mind. And when you change your digital environment, your mind starts changing too. Change what you watch. Change what's got access to your mind. Once you change that, your life starts changing. As usual on this channel, I talk to parents, I talk to family members. So I want to talk to parents and families again. There was a parent called Sharon. Sharon noticed something in her home. Everybody was getting more distracted. She noticed in her home, they're now paying shorter attention. Everybody's getting more agitated, less conversational. And she realized the issue was not just schedule, it was screens. Not because screens are evil, but because the feeds had become the loudest voice in the house. Everybody was being shaped by what they are consuming in their own corners. Their mood changes, their tone, attention span, patience, expectations. Sharon started making small changes. She created what you call no phone zones in the home. Slower mornings. You start, don't jump into the internet. Less random video consumption. More intentional viewing. Family conversation before screen time. At first, nobody resisted. At first, everyone resisted because they're used to having their phones, having screen time and all that. Because the feed has trained them for constant stimulation. But over time, things shifted. The house got calmer. The kids were more present. She felt more connected. Even her own mind felt clearer. Why? Because she didn't just manage devices, she changed the digital atmosphere. Family, your feed doesn't only shape you, it shapes the emotional climate around you. If the feed is chaotic, the home can start feeling chaotic. Protecting your feed is also protecting your relationships. Protecting your feed, protecting what you see on your phone is also protecting your relationships. I need to say this clearly. If your feed is random, your mind will start feeling random. Random feed, random focus. Random moods, random cravings, random priorities. And random minds struggle to build intentional lives. That is the danger. That is the danger. You're saying, Matt, I want peace. Matt, I crave growth. Matt, I like development. But what you're showing on your phone is chaos. Your feed is showing chaos cravings, random priorities. That is danger. Many people are trying to build discipline. Many people are trying to build peace. Many people are trying to build confidence. They're trying to build vision, consistency, while consuming randomness all day. No filter, no standards, no intention. You just scroll and you consume. Friends, random scrolling is not harmless when done daily. It becomes repeated mental programming. That is what I'm saying. It is not about, oh man, you mean if I go do this now, it programs your mind? It doesn't start that way. One day it's not harmless. It's harmless. But when it becomes repeated, when it becomes a pattern, whoa, you're drifting, my friend. When you repeatedly scroll, you repeatedly rehearse what you see. And what you rehearse, you start living. You start becoming. If what you scroll, what you see is comparison, you start comparing yourself. Yeah, I like what you're saying, man. Cranberry man, that is what you call the snowball effect. That's just what he said. You're correct. That's what it is. You keep on doing it, one small one every day, one small slice. It compounds. I talked about the law of compounding on this channel. If you've not seen it, please go watch it out. See, you have given your mental environment to whatever appears next. So let's do this tonight. Take it back. Your feed should serve your future. Your feed should help you craft the future you want. It shouldn't sabotage it. It's what I call self-sabotage. Don't live in that world, friends. Don't live in that world. Your feed should help you become who you want to become. Your phone should not be another prison where you hold the key. You are the prison master. You are the warder. You hold the key. You go around with the prison in your pocket, but in your mind you're in a big jail. Let me give you a framework, like I always do, and I hope you put these frameworks to work. All right? I call it the feed reset framework. Number one, audit how your feed makes you feel. Audit it. Ask questions like, after I scroll, how do I feel? Do I feel clear? Do I feel crowded? Do I feel peaceful? Do I feel pressured? Do I feel focused? Do I feel distracted? After going through the internet over and over and over and over again, how do I feel? Do I feel inspired or I feel insecure? Pay attention to how your feed or what your feed is doing to your mind. Nothing goes for nothing, friends. Nothing goes for nothing. Step 2, unfollow, mute, reduce without guilt. Unfollow who you need to unfollow. You don't need to subscribe to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. If what you're doing, if what Matt is doing is not favoring you, unsubscribe. It is your phone. It is your device. It is your device. It is your device. I hear you when you say this pre-recorded scam, Casadro. You believe what you want to believe. Mute comparison triggers. Those things that make you compare. Mute it. Mute outrages. Mute gossip pages. Mute content that weakens your standards. Mute anything that keeps reopening wounds. Mute it. It is not weakness, my friend. The phone belongs to you. Unfollow who you need to unfollow. Whatever is not making you better, unfollow it. This is what you call mental stewardship. You're taking your life back. Step 3, add intentional voices. Add intentional voices. Don't just remove, replace. Add content that trains you on wisdom. Add content that trains you on discipline. Add voices or pages that trains you on peace. Add pages that trains you on perspective, on truth, on skill, faith, growth. Add pages like mine. Subscribe to pages like this. See, what you hear repeatedly will eventually show up in your language. Then it shows up in your life. Step 4, create what I call no scroll windows. Especially the first hour of the day when you wake up. Don't just rush to your phone and start scrolling. You are causing more harm to yourself. You're causing more harm to yourself. You're programming your mind for attention span. You can't even think deep anymore because you're used to novelty. You're used to short videos. So your mind now thinks in short spans. You don't know why you can't think for long. You don't know why you can't sit down and listen to somebody talk for 1 hour. You don't know why. Don't let your feed own your mornings, you know. I'm not wearing a Gucci suit. Don't let your feed own your mornings. Create before you consume. I'm saying it again because it matters. Before you scroll, build something. Before you scroll in the morning, before you go use your phone, pray. Before you use your phone, write something. Before you use your phone, read, move, plan, create, reflect before you consume. Let your life speak before the feeds speak into your life. Let your life speak. What is your purpose? Plan something. Don't just go to the internet and let the internet tell you everything you need to hear. Step number 6, set a purpose before opening apps. I already said that. Before you start using Facebook, why are you using Facebook? Why am I on YouTube today? Set a purpose. Don't just go and start looking for everything that's happening. If you don't set a purpose, the feed will set one for you, whether you like it or not. Step 7, protect your emotional triggers. If you're healing in an area, don't keep feeding the wound. Friends, very important. If you have an open wound, don't keep feeding that wound. No. Don't call it just content. It keeps damaging your peace. It damages your inside. A strong feed is not about perfection, my friends. It's about intentional exposure. I'll talk about a man called Rico. Rico said, I can't focus anymore. Rico wasn't lazy. He was mentally tired. He used to be sharp. He used to read more. He used to think more clearly. He used to work with depth, but now his attention is weak. His thoughts feels noisy. He keeps reaching for his phone every few minutes. He thought something was wrong with him. But the issue wasn't intelligence, it was repeated digital training, repeated digital exposure. His mind had become constantly stimulated. Random clips, short clips, endless opinions, emotional spikes, fast dopamine all day. It goes into the internet, you start fighting in the comment section. His brain adapted to that. And deep focus starts feeling hard. Rico can't sit down for a long time to even think anymore. Rico made a serious decision. He cleaned up his feed and changed his rhythm. He removed several apps from his phone for a season. He stopped short-form content during work days. He replaced scrolling with reading in the morning. He used social only at set times. He protected his first and last hours. And within a month, Rico said, I feel like my mind is mine again. See, that line is for somebody tonight. Your mind may not be broken. It may be overtrained by the wrong feed, by the wrong digital environment. And if it is trained one way, it can be trained another way. All right? Before we close, I'd like to go one layer deep. Because some of you can clean up your phone feed, but still leave a toxic inner feed. What do I mean by that? The internal clips you play all day. What they said, what went wrong, why you're behind, why you're not enough, why it might fail, what you regret. That is an internal feed. And it trains your mind too. So yes, clean your phone feed, but also clean your mental feed. Ask, what am I replaying internal every day? If your mind keeps replaying pain, fear, failure, your emotional life will follow. I'm going to do the next live I'll be doing later in the night will be on your mental feed. Working on cleaning up your mental feed. I'll be doing that later in the evening. Please subscribe to our channel so that you can always hit us up when we go live. Let's make this real right now. If you can, please write this down. The app or the feed that affect me most is what? Be real with yourself. What affects you most? What feed, what app takes most of your time? Now, after you use it, how do you feel? After you use Facebook for 2 hours, how do you feel? After you use Twitter for 10 hours, how do you feel? Do you feel clear? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel behind? Do you feel distracted? Do you feel inspired? How do you feel? Right? One thing I need to unfollow or mute is this. If your problem is Twitter, unfollow, mute, stop going there. And one voice I need to add is this. Like I did say, once you take out things from your phone, replace it with something else. A good voice. Truth, wisdom, peace, growth, learning. Hello, Jatap. Number 5, my no scroll window will be this. So create a time that you know I don't want to use the phone. First hour, before bed, before work. Create a no scroll window. And also focus on create before you consume. Make sure your mind works before you go into the internet. Don't waste your time on the internet, then that brings in comparison. No. And also create what I call your new feed standard. See, if it weakens your peace, if it weakens your focus, If it weakens your confidence, don't let it train you anymore. Remove that from your feed. This is how you take your mind back. Not without a speech. Not with a speech. Not with a... It is going to be with a system. It's going to be with standards. It's going to be with intentional exposure. Friends, let's bring this home. The feed you keep will shape the life you live. The digital environment you are exposed to will shape how your life becomes physically. If your feed is full of noise, your mind will become noisy. If your feed is full of comparison, your confidence will suffer. If your feed is full of fear, your future will feel smaller. If your feed is full of wisdom, you think like a wise person. If your feed is full of discipline, your habit will strengthen. If your feed is full of peace, your inner life will begin to settle. See, this is not about becoming disconnected. I'm not saying throw away your phone and just become an archaic man. This is about becoming intentional. What do you watch? What do you allow get access to your mind? Because your phone is not just a device. Your iPad is not just a device. For many people, it is their daily environment. An environment trains people. So choose what trains you. Don't live your life on what gotta be. Whatever is left to itself defaults to ruin. That is the law of entropy. So let me leave you with this. Your phone feed is training your mind. The question is, training it for what? Is it training your mind for noise, or is it training your mind for clarity? Is it training your mind for security, or is it training your mind for confidence? Is it training your mind for distraction, or training your mind for focus? Is it training your mind for comparison, or training your mind for growth? Is it training your mind for chaos, or training your mind for peace? You gotta choose. See, you are the one in the driver's seat. Don't let emotion becloud your dream. Don't let emotion drive you. Let purpose lead you. You got to choose. It doesn't have to be perfect from the beginning, my friends. It doesn't have to be perfect. But it got to be intentional. Take your feedback. Take your mornings back. Take your attention back. Take your mind back. Do not let random contents raise you. Do not let an algorithm discipline your emotions. Do not let the internet define your peace, your worth, or your future. Build a feed that serves your future. Build a mind that supports your life. Build an atmosphere that helps you grow. If this message resonates with you, kindly do one of these. Please share this live. Share it with someone that needs it. Share it with someone that needs to hear this. Share it with someone that needs to rewire their life. And also, don't forget to comment under the live. Like it, comment under it. If what we're doing is shaping you, is helping you, please help us share it, comment under it, and do let us know how you feel. See, start your feed reset today. That's the last thing you do. Start your feed reset today, not tomorrow. Mute one application that you don't need. Unfollow one person that is causing you to compare yourself. Add a better voice. Protect your window. One step at a time, friends. Repeat it, and your life will grow. Thank you so much, friends, for your time. Thank you for your support. Please, if you not hit subscribe, kindly subscribe to this channel for more. Thank you so much, and do have a great day. This is Matt Miller, signing off for the time.